So here we go. We can't give that answer. We want to find the exact answer. All right. Now, we know that as far as looking at 7 pi over 12, we haven't dealt with any of those angles, at least as far as on the unit circle is concerned, right? We only dealt with pi over 3, pi over 6, pi over 4, correct? Or in terms of 6 pi's or 4's. So what I want to be able to do is see, can I basically rewrite this equation as the sum or difference of two angles? And let's do that in sum or difference of angles that is within like 12. So if I say sine of, I could say 3 pi over 4. I'm sorry, 3 pi over 12 plus 4 pi over 12. Would you guys agree with me that gives you 7 pi over 12? Yes. And what's even more important about that, the reason why this is the preferred angle substitution is because I can reduce that. I can reduce that to pi over 4 plus pi over 3. Would you guys agree with me that those are equivalent? That's very important because couldn't you do 6 pi over 12 plus 1 pi over 12, right? You could do that too, right? But the problem is what you guys will see by using these formulas, we only want our angles, our substitution of our angles, to be in terms of pi over 4, pi over 3, pi over 2, 30, 60, 90, 45 degrees. All right? So you guys can see that we rewrote 7 pi over 12 as pi over 4 plus pi over 3. That looks very much like this formula that I have on my sheet of paper, sine of u plus v. That formula looks like this. Right? I have it memorized because I've already started doing these problems. You guys don't need to have it memorized, though. You're going to have it right in front of you. So the next step that I would do, though, is once you have your two angles, make sure you identify them as u and v. Okay? Then all you're doing is just replacing them into the formula. So that's the sine of u, pi over 4, times the cosine of v, pi over 3, plus the cosine of u, pi over 4, times the sine of v, pi over 3. OK? So that's basically the first step that you guys need to make sure you guys do. All right? Identify your angles, your u and your v, and then plug them into the correct formula. As you guys look, there's 6 formulas that we have here. Plus or minus, added or subtracted, sine, cosine, and tangent. Okay? So make sure you're using the correct formula, and then make sure you're using the correct u and v, or correct angles. The next step where we're going to do is now we're going to evaluate for each one of these. So it's going to become very, very important that, again, you guys evaluate knowing the first quadrant of the unit circle. So we have pi over 3, pi over 4. I'm sorry, pi over 6. Thank you. Pi over 3. And we need to know these points. Square root of 3 over 2, comma 1/2. Square root of 2 over 2, comma square root of 2 over 2. And 1/2, comma square root of 3 over 2. Whew. OK? So now, knowing that information, sine of pi over 4 is that y coordinate, right? Which is just equal to 1/2. Cosine of pi over 3 is the x coordinate. I'm sorry, what am I writing? Sine is square root of 2 over 2. Cosine of pi over 3 is 1/2. Plus the cosine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2. And then the sine of pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. So that's the second step. Does everybody have any questions on the second step? First step, find the angles, put it into the formula, get it set. Second step is evaluating correctly. Then the third step is the algebraic process of simplifying. So you have to make sure you multiply your angles. Multiply angles correctly, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. OK? And then all we simply do now is I asked you to simplify, so I'd like you to combine these together. So if you write your answer like this, that is fine for me. Okay? However, you guys might see this on a multiple choice test.